week 20 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few forwards I looked at off the wire. So some playoffs starting this week and some next week. These players obviously could be league winners or contribute big time for fantasy owners. The first forward, Terry Eason of the Houston Rockets. He's available just in 50% of leagues, just making the list on the year. 12.2 points a game, 6.3 boards, 1.4 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.2 threes, and 48% from the field. But the last couple weeks, he's been on fire. 16.5 a game, 7.2 boards, 2.3 assists, 1.3 steals, a block, 1.7 threes, and 50% from the field. So right now he's been given 4 or 5 categories easily at a good level as Terry Eason. And he could go out there and he could score in this Houston Rocket team. We know they're a team that's going to make the playoffs, and they're up and coming. March 10th versus Orlando, 6.7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 25% from the field. March 12th versus the Suns, 15 points, 10 boards, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks, 2 threes, 46% from the field. And March 14th versus the Mavs, 30 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 2 threes, 73% from the field. And the 15th, he missed that game. So Terry Eason, he could go out there, could score the basketball. His steals been good, and he's one of the better shot blockers as well at the forward position. And his field goal, for the most part, has been good. So Eason coming off a big game. This Rocket team playing great basketball, once again winning 5 in a row. I think Eason can help fantasy owners. And like I said, this young Houston Rocket team, we know they don't have a superstar, but they got a good collective of players who are putting up numbers, and Eason's definitely one of them. He's in there this week. Next forward, Toumani Camara, the Portland Trailblazers. Camara, one of the more physical players in the league, and he's been a good find for this Trailblazer team last season, and now getting more playing time on the year. 10.8 points a game, 5.9 boards, 2.2 assists, 1.5 steals, 1.6 threes, and 45% from the field. In the last couple weeks, 11.3 points a game, 5.6 boards, 2.7 assists, 1.1 steals, a block, 1.9 threes, and 39% from the field. So Camara leads the league in charges drawn, and he's just a tough basketball player, like I said, and he does a little bit of everything. Not one thing great, but it'll help fill the box score and get numbers for fantasy owners. March 10th at the Warriors, 7 points, a board, 2 assists, 4 steals, a block, a 3, 33% from the field. March 12th versus Knicks, 14 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 2 threes, 60% from the field. And March 16th versus the Raptors, 21 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 5 threes, 50% from the field. So like I said, he's not one category jump off the box score for Camara, but he could score, he could rebound, stealing, shot blocking, and 3-point shooting with a decent field goal percentage. That's what he's going to bring fantasy owners, and he's been on this list a lot this season, so very surprising, still out there in 54% of fantasy leagues. And when you're on a Trailblazer team that's out of it as well, opportunities are going to be there, and he's made the most of them this season. Next forward, Jeremy Sochin of the San Antonio Spurs. So this Spurs team, we know the season's over. Wembanyama out for the season. De'Aaron Fox out for the season. And they're going to play the young guys, and they got some good draft capital as well going into this draft, where obviously they're going to build this team even better in the offseason. So Sachin, he was decent last year, and once again this year he's put up some numbers on the year. 11.4 a game, 6.7 boards, 2.5 assists, 55% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 10.3 a game, 4.8 boards, 2.2 assists, and 52% from the field. So like I said, with Wemby and obviously Fox out for the season, more scoring opportunities are going to be there, and rebounding opportunities. And he's playing about 25, 30 minutes a game is Sachin. March 12th versus the Mavs, 18 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 2 threes, 61% from the field. March 14th versus the Hornets, 14 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, a 3, 44% from the field. And March 15th versus the Pelicans, 14 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, 75% from the field. So Sachin, we know he could do a little bit of everything. He's like a utility man in baseball, the way I see it. Last season he was playing point guard, but obviously they got Chris Paul in the offseason, traded for Fox near the deadline, even though he's out for the season. And now he's back at the forward position, and he could rebound, score the basketball, decent passer obviously as well, and 3-point shoot. And like I said, he can help in a few categories. Not one category, obviously, he's great at, but a little bit of everything Sachin can bring. And he's available in 58% of fantasy leagues. Next forward, Justin Champagnie of the Washington Wizards. So this Wizard team I mentioned in the other video, the young players are getting opportunities. This Wizard team, they've been out of it pretty much the whole season, and now they want to see what these guys have going into next year, where obviously they're going to get a top pick on the year. 7.8 a game, 5 boards, a steal, 1.1 threes, and 50% from the field. In the last couple weeks, 9.7 a game, 7.1 boards, 1.3 assists, 1.1 steals, 1.4 threes, and 48% from the field. So Champagnie right now, he's getting about 3 or 4 categories for fantasy owners. He's out there in tons of leagues at 75%, and he's playing major minutes, 35, 40 minutes a game for this Wizard team, and rightfully so. Like I said, they're out of it. I know they traded for Middleton and Marcus Smart, a couple veterans, to mentor these younger players towards the end of the season, but Champagnie's getting the chance, and he's playing good basketball. March 11th at the Pistons, 5 points, 8 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 25% from the field. March 13th at the Pistons, 17 points, 9 boards, an assist, 3 steals, 3 threes, 66% from the field. And March 15th at the Nuggets, 16 points, 13 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes, 60% from the field. In a big upset victory at Denver versus Champagnie. He could hit the 3-ball, he could rebound, could score, steal the basketball. And those are the categories he's going to give fantasy owners. And like I said, these type of players, rookies or players coming out of nowhere with teams that are out of it, definitely can help fantasy owners in a big way. And I think Champagnie's one of them towards the end of the season here. And the final forward I looked at is Ricky Council, the fourth of the Philadelphia 76ers. So talk about a bad season and a team that really couldn't get anything going. Obviously, Joel Embiid, he was injured all season for the most part, only played about 20 games. Paul George, he's been a bust of a signing. There's already rumors they're trying to trade him. I don't know who's going to take on that contract with his injury concerns and obviously decline in play. And that's about the young guys and trying to get a good draft pick for the Sixer team. And Ricky Council's one of those players getting playing time and making the most of his opportunity. On the year, 6.6 a game, 2.4 boards, 1.2 assists, 40% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 9.4 a game, 3.5 boards, 1.4 assists, 1.1 threes, and 35% from the field. So I know he's more of a deeper league ad. Is Ricky Council out there in 97% of fantasy leagues? But like I said, a lot of injuries on this Sixer team. They're tanking now totally after they tried to make one more push for it near the deadline. March 12th at Toronto, 11 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, a steal with 21% from the field. March 14th versus the Pacers, 14 points, 4 boards, 3 blocks, 2 threes, 35% from the field. And March 16th at the Mavericks, a nice double-double, 13 points, 10 boards, a steal, a block, a 3, 50% from the field. So Council, he's playing major minutes, up to 40 minutes per game. We've seen him play over the last few weeks here. And like I said, with Paul George most likely out for the season, Embiid, he's out for the season. And this Sixer team tanking now, with their 20 games plus under 500, guys like Council, they're going to get opportunities. And like I said, he's going out there, and he's had some decent games. If you want to add him in deeper leagues, I think Council could help owners. So that's a few forwards I looked at off the wire for Week 20 of the fantasy basketball season.